Hello my lovely ladies, welcome back to a new video. I previously made a video about copycat friends, how to spot them, how to be around them, and how to deal with them. But in this video, we are going to go even into more detail. I was talking about the basic things copycat friends do, but I noticed that there are different types of copycat friends. So in this video, we are going to dig even deeper. We're going to go into even more details about these because everyone seems to love talking about it. I love talking about it. So in this video, we are going to dig in deep. So I noticed with everyone that I've encountered in my life, and there are a lot, I think a lot of us, we really come in contact with a lot of copycat friends, and it just doesn't stop. I really thought that after a certain age, it slows down. You don't really get to see a lot of No. It gets even worse and it gets even more competitive. Moms can also be very competitive, and now that I'm thinking, even my mom, she's still dealing with copycats and they can be very ugh. So this video, we're going to talk about the different types of copycat friends because every single type needs a different strategy, different way to behave around them, how to deal with them. So the previous video, if you haven't watched that, watch that one first. You can find it on my channel. Just type in copycat. That is really the basic. You really need to understand that first and then come to this video, because this video we're going to dig in even deeper. These crazy people, that psychology behind their thinking, it needs like 10 videos because that's how crazy they are. And you're not crazy. They can make you feel like you're crazy, darling, I know, but you're not the one who's crazy. They are. So let's get right into it. There are 4 types. I literally made a list of all the people that I've encountered, and I was like, okay, this one, oh, this one behaves like this, it's more like this, oh, this person is exactly like this, oh no, this person has different reasons. And I categorized all the people, and I noticed that there are 4 types of copycat friends. I don't think there's anything else out there, and every type is very different from the other. Even though they're all copycats, they're very different. So number 1 is called the silent sponge. This person makes you feel crazy. This person makes you feel like you're imagining things, like you're insane. Your brain is crazy. People make you feel like you're crazy, like you're imagining stuff and it's not true. This person just makes you feel like you're insane. This person takes everything in very quietly, you know, like a sponge, and then all of a sudden shows up as your twin. And only then you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not crazy. How did I not see all those red flags? This person, the silent sponge, is very good at hiding. Very good at hiding, like closing the curtains, and behind the curtains this person is copying you. It's not very obvious, and there might be some red flags here and there or things that you're like, but it's not obvious. This person is very good at hiding it and is doing it step by step until one day you open your eyes and your exact twin is standing right there in front of you, and you just think like, oh my god, how did I not see this happening? Or oh my god, yes, I was right. I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. I don't need to go to a mental hospital. I'm not obsessed with myself or imagining people copying me. No, this person is like here in front of me. And a lot of people, while this person is in the process of copying you and it's not obvious yet, a lot of people make you also think that you're insane and crazy. I've had this multiple times when I talk to people and I'm saying like, no, they're like, no, I don't see it. So I will try to give you also examples with every type of friend that I haven't mentioned in my previous video. So this one, the silent sponge, was a friend of mine for 6 years at school, high school. It started very slowly, so things that you don't really notice. So like an eraser, that was the exact same, but it's flattering. Just thought, it's my friend, we have a very good relationship, of course, but I just found it very strange that she never really mentioned it. I love it when, of course, I'm also like that. You notice something and you're like, hey, I'm also going to buy it, or where did you buy it? But she never asked me where I bought it. She never made compliments, but all of a sudden, it came out of her backpack. And then also lunchbox was the exact same. And I noticed that also if she couldn't find exact same thing, she kind of found an imitation of what I had. But the real bomb was, I really didn't know it, but this girl copied my entire bedroom, okay? She never went into my room, but back in the day, I was also sharing things on social media. I was a very big Instagram influencer back then, especially in my country. So I really shared a lot on social media, so she could see every single corner of my room. Even though she had never been in my room, she could see everything. And this girl was taking screenshots of everything, but I didn't know it back then until one day, still had no idea that her entire room was a copy of mine. I downloaded, I think it was Snapchat. It was an app where you can see when someone takes screenshots of what you post. I think it was Snapchat. I made an announcement on my Instagram that I'm posting more on Snapchat. There was this company that I was working with, and they wanted me to also post on this app, which I think was Snapchat. And there you can see when someone takes screenshots. So I noticed after being there for 48 hours, like the first 2 days, every single thing that I posted was screenshotted by her. And I thought, like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence, maybe she likes it. But when I met her at school, she never mentioned anything of, oh, I saw this, or I liked what you posted, or I also am going to buy it, or nothing. She never liked my Instagram posts, only watched them, never liked anything. Every single post on my Snapchat was screenshotted. And it went on like that for a month, and nothing, never said anything, never. And I thought it was so strange, but I could also not block her because she would notice. And I see this girl every single day in class. The whole school knows that we are best friends, and best friends in the way of, like, the teachers always see us hanging out together at school, but we didn't really hang out much after school or in the weekends until one day. I never walked with her to her house after school because we lived in different directions. But that day, after so many years of friendship, I needed to walk into the same direction. I needed to go somewhere. I don't know where, I forgot, but I needed to go into the same direction. So I was dropping her off at her house, and then I would go on my way again to the place that I was going. So we walked together, and then her mom opened the door, and her mom was very happy to see me for the first time. And she was like, oh, I've heard so much about you. I've seen so many pictures. My daughter, I love your friendship. Please come in. Why don't you invite your friend in? And she was like, yeah, of course. And then I also saw her room. So, I stepped inside the house, and then she went into her room, and I noticed that she didn't really want me to see her room, but she lived in an apartment, so there's not much to see but a living room. So obviously you go into her room, and I was just shocked because everything in her room was the exact same as my room. The bedding, the curtains, the walls were painted in the exact same color. I had stickers on my wall. She had those exact same stickers. And if she couldn't find something that was exactly as mine, she tried to find it that was as similar as possible. The carpet wasn't exactly as mine, but she tried to find it. I think she didn't find it, so she bought it in the exact same color and that looked as similar as mine. It was just very scary. Then I finally realized, this girl has been copying me from day one. I just never noticed it. She never once mentioned to me, hey, I like your room. I love the carpet. I'm so inspired. I'm someone who's not good at decorating her own room. So if you don't mind, I'm going to accessorize my room exactly as yours. I love, love, love it. You're my inspiration. I would not mind it. But this way, it was just so creepy. And I talked to other friends about her before this encounter at her room. And they were all like, no, I don't see it. Like she would, for example, straighten her hair. She didn't have straight hair as me. And then she used to have like a side part and her hair was usually in a bun. I always wear my hair loose. Always. My hair is always down. It's never in a ponytail most of the time, sometimes. But most of the time my hair is down. She started wearing her hair middle part straight. And I am a skirt, and it can be shorts, but always a skirt or dress type of girl. I do wear jeans and pants sometimes, but most of the time you can spot me in a dress or in a skirt. This girl was pants only until she started wearing skirts as well. And my friends were like, no, I mean, we all wear skirts, you know, she's a girl, I mean, it's normal, no, you're imagining things. And I really thought that I was stupid until that day I stepped inside her room. I immediately know how late it was. I only ended the friendship after high school, unfortunately, and it is really hard. I tried to, you know, incorporate more other friendships, so I started becoming friends with other people and sitting next to other people, but I also sat next to her, but just instead of only being with her, I started making other friends to make it less noticeable how I really thought about her, because just going around to be like, she's a copycat, she's copying me. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, and they will victimize themselves. With this type of friend, the silent sponge, you're not stupid, darling, they're the stupid ones, but they try to victimize themselves after you notice it because they're so silent, you know, they're passive-aggressive people. Those people, they don't like confrontation. If you tell them straight in their face, hey, you're copying me, I don't like it, they're just going to cry in their face and play in your face and play the victim card. Those people, you know, it's not worth confronting them. You know how late it is. You know what type of people they are. And just silently try to distance them from your life. And sometimes it can take years, you know, but you just know what type of people they are. And that is also your power. You finally know it. You're not stupid. You're not crazy. So yeah, so on to the next one. So the next one, I call every single type. I was really thinking like, how should I call them? This one I call the one-upper. So the one-upper friend I also mentioned in my previous video is the friend who copies you but tries to make it bigger and better. So this friend needs to one you up. I already talked about this. The person that I had in my life, she went to art class and who was not even interested at all in art pieces, nothing, you know, she never was interested in that. And all of a sudden she needed to make her paintings better and bigger. She was taking art classes just to beat me. And it was just a little bit crazy. And I have had so many people like that. Like I've had this girl, I bought my first designer bag. I mean, my first Louis Vuitton bag. It's this one. It's never full. And I was really happy when I got it. And of course, this copycat friend of mine, this one-upper friend, she was not happy. And she needed, when she saw how happy I was with my first Louis Vuitton bag, she needed to one me up, of course. So she got the bigger size and she got it with, so I got the engravement here. I don't know if you can see it by the lights, but you have my initials here engraved. I have no idea if the camera picks it up. And she needed, like, you can also do print, you know, with your initials here. I'll show you a picture of what I mean. And I, stupid me, told her that, like, oh my god, my wish was actually to do this. I'm so happy I didn't do this. Right now, like 10 years later, I think this is more classier for me. This is more like, I mean, a lot of women do this, great, but I just don't like it anymore. But back in the time, I told her, like, I wish I went for this, but for this I need to wait longer, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I really want my bag right now. So I just went for this and those little initials that you can just do right in the shop when you buy it. 5 weeks, I think it took her a little while. She got the exact same bag in a bigger size and then with those initials painted on her bag. And then after another couple of months, she bought another Louis Vuitton bag because she knew how much I like Louis Vuitton, just to be like, you have one, I have two, I have bigger, I have with prints. And like without me, she would not be into Louis Vuitton, and she would not, they don't have any interest themselves. Your interest becomes their interest. And if you remove all your information, if you keep everything to yourself, they start to become desperate. So they try to call you to come to your house because they need different things to copy. And when you pull back, when you start taking distance from them, they panic, those types of friends, because they need to one you up. And in order to one you up, they need things to copy. And immediately I stopped giving her information about this is on my wish list, or I got this, or yada, yada, yada. And if I would get something, for example, I would get a bag, or what's inside. I would get, for example, this hanger. I would just tell her, oh yeah, it was a gift from someone. I don't really like it. So she's not going to buy or one me up or anything. And it's very frustrating because sometimes you have an amazing idea or an amazing concept for something, and then getting away with your idea. But even better, sometimes that can really hurt your feelings, or worse, some people then think that it was their idea. So those type of people I really need to just immediately get rid of. Like other people, I don't want to break their hearts, or I'm scared of them, so I just slowly take my distance. But with these types of people, I'm just so annoyed, so irritated by their one me up and crazy, like it's just a whole mess. I just cut them out straight away. I don't care what they think. I don't care about their feelings. They might not even know why I cut them out, but because they're behaving like this, they probably deep down know. Those people is just immediately like ghost. With other types of copycats, I don't suggest that because they're creepy, but this one is just so messed up, so crazy, and they don't care about your feelings at all. They make it so obvious that they copy you, like they make a whole thing out of it and then go even bigger and go crazy, like go big or go home. No, those people I just cut them out of my life right away. I sure should you. The social mirror is number 3. This one shifts and imitates depending on who's around. These ones, they're so weird, but then they're the less creepiest because they don't have any identity, but they're not only obsessed with you. The social mirror is someone who copies you when they're with you. So you laugh like this, for example, so they laugh like this, or you keep doing your hair like this. Like I noticed it with one that I had. You know, I used to always do this. It was a tick. Like even my husband, who was my fiance back then, he would get so irritated when we would go out to dinner or we would go somewhere, and I would just they would be like, can you please leave your hair alone? Please leave your left hand on the table. Stop touching your hair. Like he would just get so annoyed because I was just doing this. And so it's not like this, you know, a lot of women, like it was just, I don't know why. And all of a sudden she was doing that as well. So these people, they copy what you do when they're with you, but then when they are with other people, they're completely different. So I was a non-smoker, healthy, I'm the matcha, Pilates type of healthy almond mom type of girl. So with me, she was like that. And one day after school, there were also these girls, you know, they smoke, they hang around the school and everyone is already gone home, and they have these sketchy boyfriends, and it's just a whole sketchy behavior. They're dressed differently, and they were like, hi to my friend, and all of a sudden she popped a cigarette out of her pocket, and her behavior just completely changed. She went from girly girl, you know, like how I behave, to someone completely different that I didn't recognize. And I was just standing there shocked. Like everyone was already gone home. We stayed longer because I was talking to one of my teachers. She stayed with me. Those girls were hanging there. I didn't even know she was carrying cigarettes. Like she always told me like, oh my God, it smelled. And when I would talk about people that smoked, I would always say, oh my God, they smell so bad. And she would agree and she would be like, yes. And all of a sudden she was smoking like it was her second nature, and she was talking very differently. Like they were very sketchy and I was just standing there like, oh, who are you? Her behavior was so different, a complete stranger. Do you have an identity, or are you just like, well, what is your purpose? Why can't you just be yourself? Like if you like smoking, that's fine, smoke, but why do you pretend to be someone with me and then pretend to be someone completely different? And I just don't get that. And these types of people, they're around a lot, and I really don't understand them. So I took my distance with her as well. Okay, and the last one is the saboteur. Supports you on the surface, but secretly wants to outshine you. So this one is different than the one you up, because the one you up is just, they're jealous, and every single copycat doesn't want the best for you. But this one really goes all out to just get you, to mess your life up. This one is wanting to do better than you, but on the way, this person is not just copying you. This person is out there trying to destroy your life. This person is putting in a lot of energy, a lot of effort to bring you down along the way while they're copying you. This person is the most dangerous copycat. The saboteur, they can mess everything up. You need to be very careful, especially, my darling, especially if you are married, if you have a husband, if you have a lovely family. The saboteur needs to get out of your life as soon as possible. They can mess up a lot. They can mess up your career. They can mess up your wedding, your marriage, the relationship with your kids. These people will go to very high heights to bring you down, and it can be very scary. And I've had encounters like that, which unfortunately I cannot talk about because I just don't want to talk about this type of negativity. But these people are very scary. They have psychological issues and they go very far. Some of them, you have different types of degrees. You have ones that just cannot be happy for you and they just do small things to kind of bring you down. They have like minor efforts, but they're very dangerous ones out there. Like ones that call your job, that try to convince teachers, schools. It is crazy. It's just crazy. Like they, even at school, like trying to get you out of that school, trying to, they can really, like your life can be turned upside down because of these. So these types of friends, even though you need to cut them out of your life immediately, you should not do that because they're so dangerous. Never confront these. Never. These should not be confronted. These should not be cut out of your life. These should not be ghosted. You need to take small steps out of their lives, smiling, pretending like you're a dumb idiot who doesn't see all the red flags, and then run and never see them again. And if they contact you or do something, just say things like, oh my God, oh no, I'm so busy, or something happened, or yada, yada, yada. Don't block them right away. Don't let them, like, block them only after 1 year. They can be so dangerous. So around them, the best thing that you can do is just out of experience, okay? Play the dumb idiot who doesn't see anything that they're doing. Just keep on smiling, keep going with your life, and slowly just distance yourself, whether it's at work, whether it's someone who comes at your house frequently. Find excuses to not meet with them. Start making other friends. Start meeting up with more family members. Just not confront them, okay? Because they can take even bigger steps to even destroy you even more. Just make yourself less interesting for them. So stay safe out there because there's some crazy copycats. So that was it for today. It has been a very long video. If you have any crazy stories, let me know down below. I would love to read them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!